What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news show with Zhegrova talks picking up. That's one. Douglas Louise for a very cheap deal going to Nottingham Forest. Miretti to Napoli, definitely not over. And Allegri helping out Juve potentially with Vlahovic. That and other news as well. That's what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, as always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because apparently we have a contract ready for Zhegrova after meeting with his agent. Okay, so let's start off with Zhegrova. Marseille pushing, real pushing, because they have been in talks with Zhegrova for weeks, if not months. So they are still the team closest to signing him. However, we met with Lille, or we talked with Lille representatives, and we talked with his with Zhegrova's management, and we have a contract ready for the player. We have a contract until 2030. Ready with a salary increase going away from Lille. Obviously, that's normal, I guess. But the news is that the club is taking it more serious than a couple of days ago. Is that because they know Nico Gonzalez is going to leave? Maybe. Is that to be ready for Nico Gonzalez? But then again, with 11 days in the market, Zhegrova is not going to wait until you may or may not sell Nico Gonzalez to Atletico Madrid, or just get Nico Gonzalez off the books to Atletico Madrid. The club is not going to wait for that. Zhegrova is not going to wait for that, nor should he wait for that, So that's a tricky game. The same went for Jadon Sancho, who now is waiting because he doesn't think Roma is good enough. He wants to play Champions League, and if not Champions League, he just wants to get the big bag, which I don't really blame him as well. But that's kind of a similar situation where if you're looking at Jadon Sancho, or if you're looking at Zhegrova as an option for Nico Gonzalez, then you need to move Nico Gonzalez out ASAP. And I know it doesn't all depend on you. It depends on, well, an offer coming in, real talks, the bid, etc. But, I mean, these players are not just going to wait around forever. It's serious, and you need to take some action when it comes to that. So that's that part. Douglas Louise on his way to Nottingham Forest for around 30 million euros. Is that an embarrassing fee? Yeah. Is that enough to break even? Yeah, because apparently Nottingham Forest are not going to pay us this summer. It's next summer. So how you want to spin it? The club is doing the bare minimum to get to avoid a loss on Douglas Louise, basically. But the fee sounds ridiculous. Let's be completely honest. You're selling to the Premier League, an ex-Premier League player who didn't play much last season because of injuries, especially most part, and then because he wasn't, deemed good enough by Motta, and then after that, Tudor as well. So maybe that affects the price, but I don't think it should affect the price that much when you're selling to the Premier League. I'm sorry, they pay ridiculous fees for the most random players. Newcastle paid 50 plus for Elanga, 50 million real money for Elanga. That's crazy. That's absolutely madness. The fees that go around in the Premier League are mind-boggling. When you look at it, I'm like, you got the money, it's fine spending it, but you're spending it on rubbish. Like, a lot of these players that move in the Premier League, I'm like, how is these players worth that much amount of money? They're not that good. Like, they're not playing for any European top team. They're not going to make a difference. A lot of these players do not make a difference in top leagues, So very strange situation. But Douglas Louise will Nottingham Forest. The club wants Douglas Louise out, so they're going to settle for the bare minimum. I think we all knew that. Even though when you hear the fee around 30 million euros, it's still a bit surreal in my humble opinion. So that's that part. Other midfield update is Miretti. Napoli is not over, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. Excuse me, Tuttosport, I'm sorry, that very late in the window, meaning the last couple of days, Napoli could get in with another take it or leave it bid. And the feeling is that if the club needs the money to actually sign another player, they're going to take it. Even if it's 13 plus 2 in bonuses and whatever, they're going to take it, according to the reports. Now, he's injured at this moment in time. I just need to wait and see, what is the plan? Now, you sold Douglas Louise. What are you going to do? Are you going to sign O'Reilly? Are you just going to go for Zhegrova and wait if you move out Nico Gonzalez, and then you potentially sign O'Reilly, and you keep Miretti? If Nico Gonzalez doesn't leave, at least you have Miretti. I don't know really what the plan is right now, but if the club needs the money very late in the window and Napoli put that offer in for Miretti, I think we all can agree that the club will take that money. You know, let's be completely honest with that situation. The club will take that money if that offer comes in. So something to keep an eye on, definitely. Milik at the club, however, Betis Sevilla are interested in signing him. I don't know how, because he's injured for over a year right now. But yeah, that's a player you need to get off the books, like Arthur, who's still hanging around. But the Milik one, if you get Milik off the books, I mean, that's kind of a miracle. Let's be real honest right now. Because of his injury also, and also because of his quality, etc. But yeah, these players, if you get them off the books, yeah, I would applaud that. I think we will all applaud that. If you're being completely honest, McKennie, according to other reports from Gazeta dello Sport, I'm mixing them all up. Talks for a contract will be picked up after the window has shut, with the idea from both parties to come to an agreement. I don't know what to say about that. It's not gonna help us. You know, maybe if you can move it up next summer, but the money you're gonna get him on is probably, it will probably be impossible to move him on, because no club in the right mind are gonna pay McKennie, are gonna pay us a transfer fee with McKennie and paying 3 million euros a season. It's just not gonna happen. Let's keep it honest. Unless a Premier League actually goes mad, club, and they do it. Other than that, it's not going to happen. So I don't see really the point of doing that, other than trying to avoid letting him go on free. But then you needed to move him this summer, I guess, because he's not going to play much the way things are shaping up right now, unless he's going to play wing back and you move out Nico Gonzalez, etc. Then maybe I'll take back my words. But for now, he's projected to just be a squad player who gets limited amount of minutes. And then at the back, Vega. Inter potentially want Vega. Villarreal still pushing for Vega. However, they don't want to pay Chelsea the amount of money. Right now, the situation is Chelsea put him out of the squad because they want to move him out, but they don't want to give a discount. So are they just going to reintegrate him into the squad if nobody pays that money, because Colwell has left and they need somebody who's decent on the ball, I guess? Is the club, Juve, going to make a late move? But then again, Kelly refused Sunderland, he refused Besiktas, he wanted to stay. So who are you going to move out? Is Rugani going to leave? Are you selling Savona so you can make room for Vega? I don't know how that situation really makes sense. I don't think Vega's going to end up with us right now, because I don't see anyone moving out at the back, with Cabal coming back as well. I just don't see it happening, if I'm being completely honest. But in the comment section, you guys let me know what you think about the Zhegrova thing, and also about the Douglas Louise transfer fee. Do you think it's enough that we've done the bare minimum, or are you shocked that we only did the bare minimum? Yeah, like the video, and I'll speak to you guys later. Ciao.